Need a remote job? CVS has 200 plus jobs right now. So let's go ahead and get started. So what you want to do is you want to go over to CVS Health, but you want to go to jobs.cvshealth.com. And once you're on the page, you can scroll down right here where it says search job title, and you can go ahead and hit search, or you could type in remote, but we're just going to go ahead and hit search. Okay. So once we go to this page, we're going to scroll down once it pops up. And right here on the left hand side where the filters are, we're going to go to where it says work location. And you can see here the different positions that they have available based off of field, hybrid, on-site. There's the remote positions right there, okay? And then they have remote hybrid 107 and then unspecified. So once you go ahead and hit remote, it's going to give you all of the remote jobs. Now, when I had checked this before yesterday, it said that they had 200 and something jobs. Now I'm seeing that they have more than that. Okay. So from yesterday when I checked, it says that they had 200 plus jobs. Okay. So it was more lower than 300. But sometimes they put jobs in here. They may not be completely remote. They may have some hybrid jobs in here. So if you want to make sure that you find out exactly to see what it says, we're going to go ahead and search right here and we're going to put in remote. We're going to type it in ourselves because sometimes they mix jobs in here that are both remote and both hybrid. And sometimes you even see other jobs that are on site too. So when you go on here, you can see here now the number went up to 745, even though I ended up putting for the job location, I put it for remote. See, now you're seeing that it says 268, even though I had put remote. So you just got to be careful sometimes and kind of play with it to find the remote positions. But once I did that, it says 268. Now it says 268. So now what we're going to do is we're going to look at the different categories that they have so you can find the type of positions that you're looking for. Instead of having to go through the whole list, you can go ahead and choose what you want. They also have subcategories and they have the countries too, or you can check too. And the only country, as you can see here, they're hiring in is the United States, and they're saying 268. If you're looking for specifics to see if they have any positions in California, because I know a lot of times California and some other states, a lot of companies don't hire. So you can search for that as well. And then you have like the job type as well. So if you're looking for a full-time position, they say they have 132 full-time. If you're looking for a part-time, they have 134 and then unspecified. And then once again, here's the work location. They have business units and then they have location as well. Even though if you're trying to search something that's close to you or you can still work from home, you can do that. So you could just play around with this information up here just to get to the jobs that you want instead of just like searching through all these jobs and wasting time, because you want to get to these jobs as soon as possible because a lot of people are applying for these jobs. So say for instance you wanted to do something in customer service. They say they have 8 positions available, so we're going to go ahead and hit customer service. Okay, so this is the positions. They say they have 8. These are the ones that we are looking for. You can also search by relevance too, by most recent position. If you're trying to get to the most recent jobs, let's do that. So we're going to go to the most recent jobs available. And then they're still saying that the inbound, outbound Q associate is available. So these are the 8 positions they have. They have an inbound, outbound Q associate, representative 1 for pharmacy advisor. They have a call center triage, registered nurse. They have sales call center, SIU investigator. You must live in Oklahoma. They have a remote customer service position. This is for Charleston, West Virginia. So you may have to live in that state, but you won't know unless you go inside the position. Here is another one. It's the same position. They have a clinical service representative. So we're going to go all the way back up. And for instance, maybe if you're interested in this position here for the inbound, outbound Q associate, it says it's available in 49 states. This are 49 locations. Now this one here doesn't say, it just says Texas. So these positions here, it may look like you may have to you can only work in that for that position, but we're going to go with this position here so you can get an idea of what the job entails. So once again, this is an inbound, outbound Q associate, fully remote position. Now you can also get similar like notifications to your email, and you can manage your alerts based off of how often you want them to send you the information. So you can do that. So for this position, once again, this is a inbound, outbound Q associate, fully remote position. Now with this position, For this position, you're going to be working with American Health Holdings Medical Management in their customer service department. So this job is part of a fast-paced environment in which high-level customer service is a must. So with this position, as far as their skills, they're looking for someone who has 1+ years of call center experience, 1+ years of medical and healthcare experience, 1+ year of data entry experience. So you don't need a lot of experience with this position. Okay, so 1+ years of this, it's not a lot. Okay, so as far as the preferred qualifications, you can see here at least 2 to 4 years experience as a medical assistant, office assistant, or other medical role experience is preferred. So, I mean, it will be nice to have this, but you don't have to have all this information here or these qualifications to be able to apply for this position. And there is no degree needed. You can have a high school diploma or a GED and still be able to apply for this position. And this is a full-time position. And this is the pay range here. So you'll get paid based off of your experience. So obviously, if you have more experience, you'll be on the higher, higher end. And then if you are just getting started and maybe don't have a lot of experience, then you'll probably more towards the 17 and maybe a little bit up. Okay. So with this position, it does say that it's eligible for CVS Health bonuses, commissions, or short-term incentive programs in addition to base pay range listed above. Okay, so you have an opportunity to be able to get bonuses as well, which is really, really cool. Here are some of the different benefits that they have. Medical, your affordable medical plans, 401k. They have no cost programs for colleagues, which are things like wellness screenings, tobacco things, weight management programs, confident counseling, and financial coaching, which is something you will want to have. The benefit solutions that address the different needs and preference for colleagues, which includes paid time off, flexible work schedule, family leave, dependent care resources, colleague assistant programs, tuition assistance, retiree medical access, and many other benefits depending on eligibility. So here are where you can go for the benefits page. And then I also have the benefits page open up here as well. And you can usually get to the benefits page by going to Life at CVS Health. Then it will take you over to the benefits page. But here are the benefits in more detail. You can also go to benefitmoments.com and it'll go way deeper. But here are some of the benefits that they offer. And a lot of times on the job description, it will tell you what the job entails based off of, because some of these benefits might just be for people in, on site and not just for all people who are remote. So that is something that you will need to find out based off of what the job description does have. Now, this position is going to be closing very soon. And today I'm recording this on the 19th. And as you can see, it closes on the 23rd. If you watch this after the 23rd and this position is still available, I would still go and check. If you're watching this and it's the 23rd or the 24th, the 25th or whatever, I would still go over here and see if this position is still available. Okay, so I would jump on this opportunity. So this is one of the great opportunities you want to check out. Make sure that when you are applying for these 200+ jobs that you are highlighting your remote skills, that you are making sure that you're trying to keep your resume at one page if possible. You want to make sure that you're tailoring your resume for each and every job that you apply for. You're going to have to make some changes to each resume. You can't use the same resume for every one of these positions. You want to make sure that you are tailoring your resume to the specific job, for whatever job. So if you're applying for this one, make sure you're looking at the description and things that they're saying about what they're looking for. If you have those skills, make sure that you're putting those in your resume. Okay, so make sure that you do that as far as your qualifications. If you have some of these preferred qualifications, put that in your resume for this particular position. If you have call center experience, make sure you put that in there. If you have some medical and healthcare experience, make sure you put that in your resume. If you have data entry, make sure you are tailoring your resume for that. Do not use the same resume for this position that you would go ahead and use for the other positions as well. Don't use the same one when you go back to the other positions, okay? So when you're looking at these other jobs, let's go back to this, because when you go back, a lot of times you have to go through the whole process again of selecting that you're looking for a remote position. Okay, so we're going to go back so you can see the other, position. So like I said, you this position here, you apply for this position, okay? But then you want to apply for this one as well, or this one as well. Make sure that you're reading the description and that you are making sure that your job, your resume has the description based off of the jobs. Don't lie on your resume, obviously. whatever. If you have that, if you have skills and medical assistant skills, put that on your resume. If you have call center skills, put that on your resume. Whatever the job entails, you want to make sure you do that. So you're going to have, different resumes for different positions. You can't just use the same resume and turn it in. And that's why sometimes people don't get hired, because they're using the exact same resume for the same. They may change like maybe the job description, but you want to make sure you're tailoring, looking at the description. What is it in this description that I can add to my resume that I have the same skills for? So make sure you do that for these positions. There are so many positions available, not only in the customer service category. There's so many other, there's clinical, there's corporate, there's in, well, you don't want to do in store. There's, just make sure that they are remote positions and that they say fully remote, or something in there where it says, remote here, because you don't want to apply for something and then find out that it is on site. So make sure that it does say remote before you apply. Make sure you are able to work on the position. Like it says, available in 49 states. This one, seems like it will be in Arizona. A lot of times when it's like this, it'll just be that position, but you can still go into the position and check just to see if the position may be out of another state as well, not just that state. So that is CVS Health. If you guys have any questions, please leave them down below and let me know if there are any type of positions that you're looking for, and I will do my best to try to do a video on them to help you out. So please let me know what type of videos you're looking for, and I hope you all have a blessed day. Take care. God bless you. Bye-bye.